Yoga is many things. Yoga is an exercise practice. It's a workout. Yoga is a practice in breathing, elongating your life, elongating your breath, elongating your spine. It's a practice in meditation. Yoga helps to strengthen your body, helps make you more flexible physically and mentally. But I think at its core, yoga can primarily be seen as a practice in staying present and in the moment. And that does take practice, and it takes preparation. Comparing your yoga practice, your practice on staying present, we'll use those same concepts as we go on a hike and practice staying present while also recognizing that you must prepare, bring the right tools, bring the right mindset, and walk into the forest.
So we're in Clifton Gorge in Yellow Springs, Ohio, around the Springfield-Dayton area. Clifton Gorge is amazing. It's part of a trail that will take you into also John Bryan State Park. I'm pretty partial to the Clifton Gorge side. There's almost a distinct difference between the two sides of the park. But what you see, or what you hear right now, this is the gorge. And because we've had a lot of rain in Ohio recently, the water is just rushing. One of the things that I really like about this park is there are all of these little inlets right here where you can stop and take a look and just, experience it and hear it. So that's what we're going to do.
We're all busy with work, school, family, a social life, perhaps all of those things. And over time, these things, these responsibilities may tend to build up in our minds and in our bodies. And so as a way to reboot and refresh, it's helpful to go out into a place that forces us to navigate a little bit differently, to navigate life in a different way, to be observant, and to be aware of our surroundings. And not always can you get completely away from everything, but it's peaceful nonetheless.
I really like the sound of that bird. Oh, there's a butterfly doing it.
So these big rocks, what are those rocks over there?
I mean, rocks. That's ridiculous. These are boulders.
Just how our yoga practice prepares our body and our mind for a meditation practice, so too must we prepare for going on a hike.
You always want to be aware of the weather, first of all, so check the weather before you leave the house. Part of your experience in nature is being prepared. Be mindful of your hydration, footwear, your clothing, and bring some extra stuff. I got this really great day bag from REI's garage sale. It was ripped, and I can sew, so I fixed it, and like, I don't know, $9 maybe? I think it wasn't very expensive. But some of the basics. I've got just a small little cut-up tarp that Aaron hemmed. So this is used for sitting or for covering up the table to put your stuff on the table. So I'll use it as such. We're in it's a nature preserve. What you can't see right now, there's a porta-john right over there. If you were going further out into the wilderness that doesn't have toilets and where it's appropriate, you may or may not need toilet paper. I always bring it along. So along with the toilet paper, I've got the shovel and the hand sanitizer. I'm not going to need that today. Also in my bag, I always have my compass. It's nice to know where you are and where you're going. Always a raincoat. I love the raincoats that are packable, that fold into their own pocket. I suppose arguably you could shove anything into its own pocket. Rain jackets insulate, they keep in your heat quite a bit. So even in the wintertime, I always have my raincoat with me. Snacks. If you're gonna do any sort of outdoorsy anything, regular sandwich, Ziploc bags, and then the gallon bags, a must. This is a cool little towel. There's a chance of rain today. If I were to get caught in the rain, get back to the car, I'd dry myself off, and then I'd put this on my car seat so that I don't soak my seat and drive home in a puddle. Having a first aid kit is crucial. Even if you're just going for a day hike, you don't know. You don't know what you're gonna run into. And then, of course, my water bladder. So I've probably got 2 liters of water, way too much water for what I really need today, but when I get home I can just water my plants. And I always keep my wallet on me. I do not leave my wallet in the car. So in addition to the equipment, the stuff in my day pack, the other, arguably the most important thing is actually what you're going to put on your body. I spent a good amount of time actually trying to find the best pair of hiking boots for me. I recommend going to, REI or any of those equipment stores and asking the sales associate for help. They know what they're doing. At the end of the day, I just wore what felt best for me. Long pants, nearly always. Because of ticks, especially right now, the ticks are pretty bad. Poison ivy, I get poison ivy when the wind blows. So long pants always. Probably should be wearing long sleeve shirt. I try to always wear a tech shirt, but you don't have to get all hung up on that. Something that is moisture wicking that will dry out quickly again. You don't want to be sitting here soaked in your own sweat or the rain or whatever. I do like to wear my Garmin. This is my running watch. This isn't high-tech and fancy. It doesn't tell me where I am. It's got GPS for mapping my route, but that's most important for me. I like to know the time, but I also kind of like to know my distance. Again, matching that with my compass is important to me. I will have a hat or I will have a bandana on, regardless of time of year. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get ticks and wild things in my hair. I am going to check myself for ticks when I get home. So very important, you just never know. As a matter of fact, the only time in my entire life, I've been camping since I was a kid, the first time I got a tick was a few years ago, and we were just walking through just a regular old park somewhere here in Ohio. And it was actually, we had walked through a more of a prairie thing. So you can get ticks anywhere. So check yourself for ticks and cover your hair.
Pretty bad.
It's foolish to think that being mindful and staying present is easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Every time I walk through Clifton Gorge, I lament having to walk down the stairs because I'm missing what what I see around me. Learn to stop and look around And every time I go, I notice something new. Another little cave over there, too. A lot of stuff over there.
He has rocks in it.
I enjoy stopping and looking, listening. Different seasons that we've experienced here on this path. They're all beautiful. They're all different. They have a different characteristic. You hear different birds. You see different plants. You see things in a different way.
You know fairies live in here. This is like a fairy condominium.
And so for me, my hikes are very much a meditation practice. And they do force me to stay present and in the moment, to appreciate the things that are around me.
You can feel the breeze off of the waterfall.
And I enjoy the challenge of the rocks and the roots. If I don't stay present and in the moment, I'm going to miss the things that are happening in nature. The things that are happening all around me, the butterflies, the rushing river, the little animals scurrying around the fairy condominiums. And so we come to the end of this path. And I encourage you to stop and think about the things that you need to release from your mind. Prepare yourself mentally for going out into nature. And then prepare physically. Prepare your bag, prepare your mind, and just head out.